my question is this: when it comes to Batman, I wonder if James Gunn is the one writing Brave and the Bold. And I say that because over the last couple weeks now, really last like week and a half, there's been this ongoing discussion and crazy stuff going on when it comes to the Brave and the Bold. You had Andy Muschietti come out and say, "Well, I think it's been postponed" or something like that. And then James Gunn comes out and goes, "No, it's not delayed." First off, nothing can be delayed without a release date. There's no release date, so it's not been delayed. So I think Andy Muschietti just doesn't quite understand. Maybe it's postponed for when their tentative start date was on filming, but not postponed for being released, of course. But James Gunn in the recently, like in the last month or so, has stated they don't have a script that they're happy with yet. But he's also stated recently in the past few weeks that he started working on a new, like he was getting ready or just started working on writing the next script that he was going to be doing, next project he was working on or something like that. Could it be Brave and the Bold? Now, I'm not saying he's going to direct it. I think Andy Muschietti is still going to direct it. But what if, because he hasn't been happy with what they've seen from the scripts that have come in for Brave and the Bold, that now that he's pretty much done with the heavy lifting for Superman, he's just going to sit down and write it. And he'll write Brave and the Bold. And then he's just going to hand it off. Hey, we're good with this. Here you go, Muschietti. Run with it. Direct this movie. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Now, obviously, there's so much more that's going off of this picture and off of what we saw on Creature Commandos, because everybody's now like, well, he says it's not it's the DCU Batman, so obviously it's not Pattinson. Oh, I'll take a look. He's really big and bulky. Some people say they can see that he's wearing trunks here. I don't see the trunks. I know some people say there's trunks there. I don't see them. But they're saying he's big and bulky, so it can't be Pattinson. All this kind of stuff's going on here. Personally, I think that you shouldn't read too much into this. I think the biggest thing is he didn't want to show what the suit looked like, because he didn't want to commit to a suit idea just yet, because he wants that, I think, to be for live action when they finally reveal that. The bulkiness, the bigness, it's a cartoon. So obviously you can over exaggerate the size of somebody in a cartoon. I mean, let's face the facts. You take a look at someone like in Creature Commandos, the Bride, when you have, what's her name, Indira Vera, whatever her name is. If she comes to live action as the Bride, she's not going to look that skinny. You know, you take a look at Frankenstein. David Harbour's a big guy, but he's not going to be as ginormous as Frankenstein. There's different things you can take a look at and see, you know, when it comes from cartoon, animation to live action, you take some liberties. Things will be look a little different than they do in live action. So I don't take this over bulking size of Batman saying, oh, that's the kind of build that Batman will 100% be in live action. But I also don't say that that's not going to be, because it could be. They could go that route. But I'm also not sitting here saying, oh, they're definitely going that direction. So that's one. Number two, the Pattinson thing, people need to put it to rest. They need to put this Pattinson thing to rest 100%. Done, finite, put it away. It's done. It's over with, people. Look, this thing happened, what was it, a week and a half ago. Matt Reeves, yes, the movie got delayed till 2027. James Gunn has stated multiple times it is an Elseworld story. Elseworlds. He's focusing on telling Elseworld stories as much as he is the DCU. And that Matt Reeves' Batman is Elseworlds. He's mentioned it multiple times. That's it. Final. Finite. That is what it is. People need to just leave it be at this point. I'm not saying that this scene here states or is signifying that. No, I'm saying what James Gunn has said signifies that. If you want to say this scene does too, sure, go ahead. But I think it's time to just put it to rest. Time to put it to rest, people.